beautiful. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. It's Linda G. And today I have Corian Z, as in zebra, the
That's
other
correct.
side medium. And I love me a good medium. And well, let's talk to him. Let's get his deets. He's got a great special too, and I'll put it in the bottom half. You can link onto his site, theothersidemedium.com, and he's got a promo code in here at checkout for a 10% discount. And the promo code is I love Linda G. Oh, shucks gang.
That's right. Only
So
the best.
look at him, you guys, all spruced up. I don't think
Sure.
I've had anybody wear a suit on my show.
Well, none of them got the memo, I guess. I'm the only one.
Yeah. But you're a nice young gentleman. I can tell
Thank
that.
you. I
So
appreciate you.
you mentioned something too about working the business with the hospitality business.
Oh yes, 27 years to be exact. So yeah, not just a few. I started out not knowing what I wanted to do originally, I think growing up. So, like everyone, I want to be this, I want to be that, a thousand things. And it wasn't until I started college, like I didn't even have anything decided going into college, though I worked at a mom and pop restaurant in high school. So I started out in hospitality thinking, you know what, that's an easy bridge. And
And
then
were you
from there,
pretty
it
good
just
at it?
grew.
Were you pretty good at it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I was promoted several times during my career. So, yeah, I think
Yeah.
the longest I was in the company was just under 15 years at a time. But in hospitality, it is typical that you move around from place to place after about 18 months or so. So, yeah, I mean, for the career I've had, I started out as, if I want to go from A to Z on that, I started out doing dishes at the Mama Papa restaurant in high school. And I worked my way all the way up to, going out on the road, training regionally, almost all over the country and internationally as well, at hotels as well too. So yeah, I've been around.
I'll say. I could never be a hospitality because I would be short-tempered with people who are rude.
Yeah, it definitely has allowed me to expand on my patience virtue. This
I'd
is
be,
true,
oh,
but
hell to the no. You know us girls would be, oh, hell no.
yeah, it's understandable, but at the same time, it wasn't something that I would always allow from an abuse standpoint, either.
Yes,
So at
yes,
some point, it's just, hey, you clearly don't enjoy the experience, so let's make sure both of us have a favor and let's leave it at that and
exactly,
part
exactly.
ways. So yeah, it's difference between being a doormat and bending over in a good way to serve someone in a way that says, hey, I understand where you're coming from and I want to take care of you. But if you're going to be you know, um, indecent about it, then we need to agree to disagree and part
Right,
ways.
right. Now tell me about your mediumship. What got you even involved?
Yeah, so like I said, 27 years, like where did this all come from out of the blue? It started out as a kid, believe it or not, and a lot of the dreams I've had, I've always dreamt in color and didn't really understand that, I suppose, and that's something that, I learned later on in life. That's a good thing. It does some makes you sometimes wake up more tired. But all the experiences I had as a kid growing up, I just never really connected the dots. I wake up to presence in the room at 2 or 3 in the morning. And I'm thinking, who is there? I can't see anybody. I mean, there's a
Oh, that
nightlight
would
on,
scare
everything. There's
me.
nobody
Yeah.
there. And later to come find out, it's just my grandfather checking in on me. And then, I'd be waking up and I hear whispers in the living room area. And I'm thinking, there's nobody here. We have no company. Everybody's in bed. There's no lights on. The TV's off. Like, what's going on? So I'd go and investigate to nothing. Nobody's around. So I'm like, what's going on here? And then, as I grew up, there was just little things here and there. The mediumship, I suppose, didn't come as strongly until later. More of the psychic stuff started to step in, and me seeing things in advance of them happening, and having presence of people around, but nobody else seemed to notice who else was there, or these kind of experiences. But yeah, I think the mediumship part of it, I think, started really strongly when in my 20s, my early 20s, when I finally got introduced to Sylvia Brown, and for that matter, The World of Psychics on the Montel show there. Remember that? And so during that, those first couple of times me watching her, I finally brought a name to my experiences. And so that's kind of where things started to click. And so as I still continue my day job, if you will, I would still tap into this because I'm working with people after all, and I could pick up on, cues before they even came in the room to tell me what's going on, energetically, etc. And it was probably, yeah, in the last 7 years when I finally took it from spirit to say, you know what, this is not something you want to do forever. It's time for you to start focusing on this next step here, things we've been preparing you for all your life. And so, yeah, within the last 2 years, it came to a point where spirit's like, this is it. And so last year, I finally took the plunge, gave up the day job, and said, here I am, world, a different kind of second coming out, if you will. The
Yeah.
first one happening earlier in life there, a divorce and all that stuff. So I've gone through some life experiences. So I think because of all those experiences in life, with the hospitality, with the divorce, with bankruptcy in the past, all that fun stuff that, can definitely
You'll grow though.
burn.
Yeah.
That's exactly correct. It's like a phoenix rising out of the ashes, you will rise again, and so that's kind of the mantra I've held on to, knowing that even as much of a challenge as I've had in that short amount of time, these last 7 years or so, that it's all for the better and higher good, if you will.
Yeah. That's what
So
happened to
it's,
me, cancer.
yeah,
And it was
yeah,
the best thing that ever happened to me.
yes. So I didn't have those kind of like NDEs, the near-death experiences or anything like that. So I'm not able to connect with that directly so much as I got the long plan.
Yeah.
Draw it out over 7 years, and then you learn life a lot the hard road,
When's
the
your
master's
month and
degree.
day of birth?
I'm sorry.
When's your month and day of birth?
Oh, well, that would be today, the same as you.
Oh my God. I was going to say, are you a Pisces? You're the same as me. Then you're
We
good people. You're good
Virgos are in the
people.
house today, yes.
What are you doing today for your birthday?
Well, I'm wearing blue sapphire here, birthday stone month here. I'm going to be going out and getting some dinner, I think, later tonight. But earlier today, I went for a walk, which I haven't really done, honestly, all summer long because it's been so hot and humid up
Yeah.
here in
And
Michigan land
humid.
here,
Yeah.
Michigan, or even then. But even then, it was just gorgeous today. Gorgeous walk. Saw some turkeys walking across the path. I usually get an eagle or two flying above me when I've been walking the path. Today, it was just two crows. I'm not sure how to take that, but it
I
was
have a lot of crows out here.
nonetheless, they still showed up and said hi. So I'll take that
Yeah.
as a welcome back anyway. So yeah, that's today has been it's just another day to some degree, but at the same time, it's another day step forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Towards this is going to be a good year ending for me, I believe, wholeheartedly. Spirit's really preparing me for the next coming year, and I'm really looking forward to that adventure and and how it's going to unfold.
Yeah. Well, the people
So
you meet from the people that follow me, they rock. They're so cool. But
I believe you. I'm one of them.
I'm gonna go see
Watching
The
for the last couple
Conjuring
years.
this afternoon after I'm done with you. I'm going by myself because my kids don't like spooky that much. So I love
Sure.
a good spooky. Give it to me.
Sure. Yeah,
But
my son used to do the hay rides and things, but not so much anymore. I mean, they did paintball guns, I think rides are now the big thing with the zombies coming out and that kind of thing where you can shoot them at them. Like, well, I guess that's the new entertainment nowadays. So
yes, exactly. Exactly. But give me some examples of some profound things that have happened to you with the readings.
absolutely. During readings in particular, I think one of the first ones that come to mind, I was at one of my first events in the last year. As a matter of fact, I think it was there in California. Go figure.
Oh,
And I had a lady, well, actually, it didn't even start. I think we were like 10 minutes before getting started. And a lady comes in and she's like, there's my guy, there's my guy, there's my guy. And I'm like, who is this person? I just set up, like I
yeah.
just got here. some friends that were helping me, and yeah, she had just seen that I was. She looked through all the people that were going to be there that day because I was just one of several readers at this psychic fair event, and yeah,
Oh,
she
you
just
were at a
was
psychic
drawn
fair.
right to me. Yes, yep, she was drawn right to me right away. I guess the day before, whatever, when she looked to see who was there, and so that was a bit of a validation from spirit for me. And then later that day, I had another lady pass. Well, she hadn't even walked by my booth, maybe 3 seconds, and there was a door going into the ballroom. I was just outside of that door. And she kind of took a couple steps back and looked towards me. And she's like, "Are you available?" And I just happened to be. And I says, "Yeah, go ahead and we'll sign you in." And she sat down. And the first thing she said to me at that point was, she's like, "I don't know what it was or is." She's like, "But I
Yeah.
just walked past you." And she's like, "And something, my body just like something went right down the back of my body and says, I need to come to see you." I'm like, okay, this definitely piqued my interest, and so in getting to know her a little bit, it ended up being her father was trying to reach out from the Vale, who had not had a very good relationship with her, and I'm getting chills just talking about this. I guess for some reason we're getting revalidation here on it, and that was it was a very healing experience for her, like to the
Wow.
point where almost I was in tears trying to deliver these messages coming through. So that was probably one of my first most profound, or I guess more profound moments just getting out the gate within, a couple of months of starting like that. And let's see here, another one possibly here that I could think of as well. Well, I've had a couple, I guess, along here and there, but one other one I can recall as well too happened probably within the last couple of months. I was just getting started at a new location here locally doing in-person readings. And I think this is maybe within the first 2 days I was there. This lady happened to come in, and I didn't know who she was. I guess she happened to know the store owner, but it was kind of those secret, shopper situations where, yeah, I don't want to know about them. They don't want to know about me. We're going to see how I do, which is great. I love that. I don't want to really know a lot about things in advance.
Right.
And so when during the course of the reading, her sister, who came through during that reading, was with her the day before when she was out doing of her own ghost investigations, if you will, at the nearby cemetery. And she's like, "I thought my sister had mentioned something, or I could feel her presence." Well, her sister had not come through in many of the other times, I guess, that she's sat down with other psychics in the past. So that was kind of a good re reunion, I guess, of sorts, if you will, that she's had her
Yeah.
mom and some other people come through, but it was the first time she'd probably heard from her sister, I believe, in a while. So that was very,
Right.
again, heartwarming that I'm able and humbling as well too to be able to be that bridge to bring them together again to have that
They
conversation
have
and
that
reconnect.
conversation.
So
It's kind of cool when they come to you and some of the stuff that it's. Did you learn to start saying what they're saying instead of trying to second guess it?
yes, it's no, not perfection yet. I mean, clearly there are times where I get stopped and said, "That's not really what I said. Here, let's try this again." And so I'm like,
Right.
"Well, I appreciate the candor. Let's do this again."
Right. Right. Hey, listen,
So
I just want to
Spirit's
tell you.
been very patient, and I appreciate them for that reason. So yeah, they'll try. If I don't get it right the first time, I'll ask again. Can you show me that one more time? I don't think I quite understood, and so they'll help with some closed captioning sometimes of the
Yeah.
words.
Like that time
I was like, I appreciate you.
that woman I was reading, her mother came in and she said, "Tell her I can't find my right foot." I thought it was weird. I thought, in fact, I think I asked her, "Was your mom a diabetic?" And she said no. I said, "Well, she keeps telling me she can't find her right foot." She said, "My mom died in a plane crash, and the only thing they found of her body was her right
Oh my
foot." But did you
goodness.
ever get manifestations like I was reading a woman and my phone went off on the other side of the room and you could hear a man talking? Did you ever get that?
Wow. The only thing I recall is lights flickering above us in the room. I was doing a reading with a client there, doing a reading, and I just made a point about something going on in her life. And flicker, flicker, flicker. And we're like, wow, that was,
That was a
that's not like
sign.
Yeah, there was no, door slamming or something that, would lead to the otherwise I guess, understandable reason why they would do that. So yeah, we
Yeah.
both took that as a, yep, ding kind of moment. Or
And
a
us,
horn would go off at a certain distance or whatever the distance
yeah.
after I just talked about something. Like there, see, they're even agreeing with us.
Yes, that's beautiful. Well, the thing is being a Virgo, and since you have my birthday, and guess who else has our birthday? Is well, there's a lot of people. Um, is my guy, Mr. Darcy, Colin Firth.
Really,
Yeah.
that's
He,
awesome. That's
but we
awesome.
are
Yeah, there's a
very
couple of
connected, but
celebrities
we're
too.
grounded at the same time.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's interesting with at least from a medium perspective, being a Virgo, you naturally earth sign, but yet we tend to dip in the clouds a little bit
We do.
because of our
I had some,
connections, right?
I've had some
So
connections.
yeah,
I
it's an
saw
earth sky
Jesus when I was
connection
8.
on
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
and yeah, especially if you have any, well, you having that connection with Native American in general heritage, and my guides being of that descendants as well too, definitely helps with that,
definitely.
getting reacquainted in case I get too lofty, bringing me back down,
Yeah.
which I appreciate, that humbling.
I went on your website. By the way, I made an appointment for Monday at
Oh,
3 o'clock.
thank you.
And
You're
I'll
so
let you guys
thoughtful and
know how
kind.
it went. But I wanted to read this. I think this is beautiful. On his website, he says, number one, I promise to connect you with spirit to reveal divinely influenced insights and guidance, offering the clarity you seek to navigate life's challenges with confidence and understanding. Number two, bridge the gap between the physical and the spiritual worlds, providing comfort and connection with lost loved ones so you can find peace and solace in their messages. And number three, create a transformative experience in each session, empowering you to connect to your path and purpose, and perhaps even healing through a short journey beyond the visible veil of this physical world. So it's not just mediumship, you're sort of a healer too.
Yes, it's interesting you bring that up because in the last, actually since January, us psychics, we have our go-to, us psychics even have psychics, as we like to say. And so one of my go-to, which I appreciate because I've done readings with her the last 3 years, is Elaine Thorpe out of England. She is a trance medium, which apparently I'll be also dipping into here in the future as well. But well, her guides, Jonathan, had mentioned to me or had brought some people through at the time, and two things I walked away from that conversation, including one prior conversation I had with them as well. Number one, I have healing hands. So I'm like, that's great. I will now need to start learning how to do that as well. And two, I'll be writing some books on healing with my own twin flame there, Florence Nightingale. So that will be interesting as well coming up. And one of my guides, let me see here. White Cloud is one who has focuses on healing and writing, so she'll be also helping me with this as well. And the other person that they brought forth name wise, which totally I guess took me off guard, was John the Baptist. Apparently, is going to be helping with that as well too. So I'm like, no pressure.
Yeah.
Sure, I hope I live up to people's expectations here. So, I'm looking forward to that and getting that started. I'm sure they are too, because, on their side is a little different than up here, as we know. But I'm totally, at their mercy and looking forward to how they like to play that out. So,
Yeah,
we'll see.
well, Virgos, especially next year, it's supposed to be pretty dynamic. And the year
Yes,
after that, it's like benefits galore.
absolutely. Yeah,
So,
there's quite a few things on the horizon here, as coming up in the positive, as you know as well.
right. But to help people understand their journey, so you can get, like, say it's a young person who didn't have maybe the grandmother died or something, but you
Yes.
can get indication of other people besides the grandmother that maybe past life energies that can say this is her, should be her focus or
Yeah, as I like to start my readings out with a lot of, spirit's not in the business of telling people what they need to, must, should, or have.
no, they
This
because
is
we have
more,
free will. They want you to be able to choose what you want.
Exactly. So a lot of the times that helps remove tension or potential for like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. No, spirit's coming from a place of unconditional love, which means that their focus is on your highest and greatest good, which means they're going to give you things to think about, consider this, consider that. Hey, here's some things that might also answer part of what, why you're going through certain challenges or why you had to go through certain challenges and overcome them. I just don't like to use the default, well, it was a lesson you had to learn. Maybe, but not always. And so I like to get details on that if I can, as much as spirit's willing to provide as well too, because I want to make sure that person feels good or comfortable about the information coming forward and a way that's tangible for them to do something with it. And so that's kind of the genuine um, focus, I guess, I take with spirit. I don't even have to ask; they're usually right on top of it anyway before
Yeah.
I even have to get to that point. But I try not to filter as much as I try to get out of the way. Let the true message come through for that person's highest good on the journey that they need to hear in that time that we have together.
Yeah. Yeah. And what was it? I've gone through a lot. It's on even the person who I was 15 years ago is still totally different. I have
Absolutely.
transformed beyond, I didn't think it was possible, but I will tell you, who was it? Cahill Gibran said, you cannot laugh all your laughter until you've cried all your tears.
Yes.
It
Boy,
is
that's
through the tears and the heartaches and the self-depletion and thinking that nothing was ever going to get better that I arrived, and they gave me a chance, and I'm very grateful.
yeah, that's pretty much summed up my last 7 years. So I'll take that and to the bank, as they
Yeah.
say. So yeah,
I
nope,
mean,
agree with
I
that.
wasn't one of those be optimistics, things are going to get better. I was calling psychics all over the place looking for a piece of some good news. The one good psychic that I had, well, there's a lot of good psychics out there, but one
There
was
are.
Patricia McLean, who lived in Virginia, and she's dead now, but she prophesized. I called her because my daughter was giving me hell. I wasn't married for the second time. I did not want any more children. And she proceeded to tell me I was going to have two boys. She thought they might be twin. I'm like, this woman's crazy. That's when you stop listening, right? I see a couple of more husbands. And then she said, you're going to be sought after, Linda. And I perked up like, oh, what are you talking? Hollywood? What? Sought after?
Yeah.
She said, you're like a teacher. And I was like, what? She said, I see you standing before people and people are seeking you out. And I was like, she didn't use the
Yeah.
word psychic. And then before she died, she had leukemia. And we talked until about 8 years ago. And she said, so when are you going to get famous? Because I've always seen fame with you. And I said, I'm happy where I'm at. Now something's coming up. So,
If it's meant to happen, it will, beyond a shadow of a doubt.
yeah. And plus the word fame, that's a
It
like I told people, I just did a video with grounding ourselves and focusing in what it is, what we want. Be careful what you ask for. Some people like, oh, I want to be a famous artist or a famous actress. That fame part is about ego.
yes,
So
agreed.
it's not fulfilling.
No, I agree. I've tend, it's good with spirit as they do how they do. Not only do they counsel others through us, but they also counsel us directly as well too, in a good way. And that's been very helpful, I think, for me as well too. In the experiences I've had, is I've learned to look at things differently, and that means using more deliberate words
There you go.
and intention in them rather than just casually making comments. Even if I find myself going down a path that's a rant or whatever you want to call it at that
Yeah.
point,
And us
could be
Virgos
road
tend to
rage, could
do
be
that.
whatever. Yeah, I find myself getting caught up and I'm like, oh, just wait, that's kind of a, eject, eject, eject kind of opportunity, in the brain and say, no, that's
And
that's
it's hard
that's
not
enough
to
of
do
that.
because
So
us Virgos are very sensitive, very reactive. But listen, I was so
yeah.
anti the Orange Crush in the office, and I would talk trash, and the guy said to me, knock it off. And I said, what? He's a terrible man. Yeah. But the more you guys get into the hating him like you do, which is understandable, but
Hmm.
the more you put yourself in a state of resistance. Don't feed
Absolutely.
into that because it doesn't hurt him, it hurts you.
That is
So
correct.
I
Yeah.
told everybody that. I had so many people mad at me. What do you mean? How could you say that? It's not me, it's my guide. They said for us to knock it off. And later they came back and said, I thought about what you said and you're right. Because like right now we're reactive to anything that's going on over there, and that reaction doesn't help. What we have
Hmm.
to do is focus on the well-being and knowing this too shall pass.
Absolutely. It doesn't take away either. I mean, for people to have righteous anger, that's a totally different
Yeah. Or
concept and
hating to see
an
people
avenue.
being crucified.
Absolutely. Yes. Actions do speak louder than words, and that means it's the intention. If you don't like it, what are you doing differently
Right.
to help remove that, that from continuing to grow or to I guess, bother you, if you will. And, Abraham Hicks has a nice little meditation out on YouTube there. She simply says, I don't care. And
Amen.
like, I don't, not like I don't care about anything. I don't care about anything that diffuses me. I prefer more things that infuse me. And I'm paraphrasing here, of course, but I'm not doing it justice as much as it is in the moment that I heard it. But yeah, absolutely. I've taken that to heart and applied that more and more. I'm like, you know what? There's always timing on things that come in our YouTube videos. And, I'm not one of those who believes in coincidence. There is no such thing as coincidence. There are little sprinkles from the divine that says, hey,
Yeah,
did you
that's
notice
it.
this? Hey, look at
Listen
this,
up.
and
Yeah,
the timings are beautiful. That's all I can
I
say.
love it. I love it. Well, my friend, I'm going to post you in there. I will talk to you Monday for sure. And let
Absolutely.
me
Look forward to
know
it.
how your business gets going. I'm posting now, or I got my appointment now because it's going to get overwhelmed.
Well, I appreciate
They're
it.
very
Thank you so much.
reasonably priced too, by the way.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just starting out first off, but secondly, I believe in equal energy exchange, and I know that spirit agrees with that. And so when it comes the time to do that, I will do that, accordingly. And I know that it will be in right amounts and the right time. So I
Yeah, well,
trust
what
that.
happens too, you get so booked because you're cheaper. Yeah, sometimes you got to raise a little bit to kind of cut it down.
You're right. You're right. But I believe in the guidance that I'm receiving on that. So
Well, like right now, I do free readings because we pick them from the subscribers. So that's my
absolutely.
dedication to others. So
Absolutely. I do the same thing. I do that for different causes and things as well too. So yeah, I'll donate free readings for that as well, those kind of things. And I got to limit myself, of course, as well too, because I only
yes,
have so much time. So it's like, well, I don't feel bad either. Like if I can't get to them all, hey, there's a reason, and it's an energy exchange, not an energy, giveaway.
yeah,
Completely two
that's
different
true.
things. So
Well, thank you, Corian, so much for coming.
my pleasure, Linda. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you. And
Thank you.
again, long time listener for the last 3 years, and first time emailer, and being able to talk with you like this. I appreciate it as
Yeah.
well.
So when you saw me, did you say, "Who's this crazy biatch?" And her
Well,
birthday's the same as mine.
that's exactly the whole point. I'm like 3 years ago when I first got to see. I'm like, who is this person? Oh my gosh, she's got the same birthday as me. Not a coincidence.
Not a coincidence.
All
All right, sweetie, you take care. Thank
right,
you
you too,
guys for
Linda.
coming. Thank you. And they will be posting below all his info.